Let us start today's session, and we have completed the window functions. So today we'll start a new topic called as guys RDD. So RDD guys, what is RDD? So the definition of RDD, we will start from there. The full form is resilient distributed dataset. So resilient distributed dataset is one of the core blocks of PySpark. So first thing is what RDD is fault tolerant, and this fault tolerant is called as resilient. The first letter is only very a very different word, you can tell it like that. Resilient means fault tolerant. Fault tolerant means what? That if any fault occurs, okay, it can rectify it. Okay, that is called as fault tolerant, guys. Now this fault tolerant is itself, the definition of RDD is little we have to understand. Fault tolerant is something, let me just take a example by taking a something called as a bike is there. Okay, so in this bike, from the beginning, we have seen how this bike is made. The first, there were two tires, and simple bikes bicycle. Let us just take it a simple example, bicycle. So simple bicycle, we taken two tires, and two wheels are there inside this. And then what happened is that we joined them, okay? And then there was a seat where a person can sit, and there's a guy's handle to handle the to move, and you can move to left or right using this handle. So this is a bicycle, very simple and basic bicycle which we have created. So fault tolerant means what, guys? If suppose this particular tire is, puncture or not working or flat or something has happened, so we know, okay, that this cycle is not moving. So why? Because the step one was what this tire was met. So this is named as suppose step one. This is named as, suppose kind of considered as step through two, and this is step three, and these handles were made as step four. So this tire one is not working. So we know that step one is not working fine. So we can just, repair the step one. And then once we repair the step one, then we can, move the cycle forward. This is called as guys fault tolerant. Fault tolerant means we know the step by step where the problem is, and we can, just rectify that particular step. So that is why the first now word of RDD is very different, which is resilient. And resilient is nothing but the fault tolerant. Am I clear with this point, guys? It is fault tolerant. Yes or no?
Yes, Vikas.
So this is fault tolerant, immutable. That means, once you have created a RDD, you cannot just go and change it. Okay. And the next thing is, guys, distributed data. That means distributed collection of objects, and what will happen here is that, the data within the RDD is segmented into logical partitions and allowing for the distributed computation across multiple nodes within a cluster. I've showed you Spark architecture, if you remember. It will go to multiple, nodes, and then the execution will happen. So the work gets distributed. So that is why the name is what? Resilient distributed data set. So whenever you explain RDD, you have to tell 3 points. First is it is fault tolerant. That is what is the name called as resilient. Next is what, guys? Immutable. That once RDD is created, it cannot be changed. And then the next is, guys, distributed data. The data are distributed into logical partitioning, and then guys, and then it is moved to multiple nodes within the cluster. Yes or no, guys? This is overall, definition of RDD. Tell me, guys, any, can you now explain what is a RDD? If someone will ask you what is RDD, tell me, guys, yes or no? 3 points you have to
Can
keep in. Yeah, you have to keep 3 points. One is the resilient, one is distributed, and one is data set. So first of all, resilient means it is a fault tolerant. And next is, guys, the immutable, and next is why the distributed collection of object. Immutable means the once you create the RDD, you cannot change it. And guys, a distributed means the data within the RDD is segmented into, there are some logical partitions, and that is allowing for the distributed computation across multiple nodes, and that is within the cluster. Yes or no, guys? So you can just tell it, guys, resilient means fault tolerant, and then the one other point you can tell immutable, and you can tell the data are distributed across, multiple nodes and within the cluster. If you explain this much also, it's enough. Yes or no, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in case of, RDD are fault tolerant because, Spark keeps a track of how were created using something called as lineage. If you remember my example, the first example what I taken, if you remember, where is that is of, a cycle. Do you remember? You know, this is step one, this is step two, this is step three, and this is step four. This is called guys lineage. Lineage is what? Step by step, we are creating a cycle. Yes or no, guys? So if any step, suppose step two is failing, so we can go and correct the step two. So that is called as guys, lineage. So RDD is fault tolerant because Spark keeps track of how were created using something called as lineage. Are you clear with this line, guys? RDD are fault tolerant because Spark keeps the track of how where they created, okay, using something called as lineage. Yes or no, guys? Lineage is like, recipe. It remembers the steps transformation used to build the RDD. Okay, so lineage is like, a recipe. So it remembers the steps. I told you the cycle, how it was created. So it remembers these steps, guys. Okay, how the RDD, used to build the, how the RDD is built. So if the partition of the RDD is lost, okay, Spark recomputes it using the lineage instead of recycling on the replication like Hadoop. So what is the difference? What will happen in, RDD is suppose a particular partition of the RDD is lost. So Spark will, communicate it using the lineage. And instead of, relying on the replication like Hadoop. See, Hadoop is a different, story. It defines on the replication and it gets a reply based on that it does. So we are here, it is not like that. So let us focus on this, only the RDD. So in the RDD, what will happen is that if a particular, partition of RDD is lost, then what will happen? Spark, recomputes it using the lineage. What is lineage? It is like a recipe. It remembers the step transformation used to build the RDD. Suppose I take an example, guys. Suppose this is a RDD and we are taking a spark.spark context.text file. What are these things? I'll tell you. Spark.spark context.text file. This is something part of the SDFS and Spark RDD2 we are creating on RDD1. That is what we are writing RDD.map lambda x and x dot upper. This is step two, and step three is RDD2 dot filter, and we are writing lambda x and error in x. So suppose, guys, suppose this is the RDD. If RDD3 is lost, okay, loses part of it due to node failure. So RDD3 loses the part of its data due to node failure, or any failure is happening in RDD3. What will happen is that Spark goes back through lineage. First, it will go to what? The text file, and then it will go to the map, and then it will go to the filter. And then it will what? It will rerun those steps only for the lost, partition. Only it will run this step number 3. So that is called, as guys, lineage, and we don't need to run the whole job or reload everything. So that is what is called as lineage, guys. So what is in case of RDD? What is fault tolerant is Spark keeps the track of how they are created using something called as lineage. Lineage, what is that? So lineage will remember the transformation used to build the RDD. And if the partition of the RDD is lost, Spark will recompute it using the lineage. So I told you there are 3 steps. Suppose step 3 is having error. Then it will go through step 1 and step 2, and then it will go to step 3, and it will just run the step 3, and it will not run the step 1 and step 2. This is called lineage. Yes or no, guys? Any doubt here? Are you clear, guys, that RDD is, resilient distributed data set? Resilient means it is a fault tolerant. Fault tolerant, I told you, it is using the lineage, thing. So lineage is what, it remembers the, step, the transformation used to build a RDD. And if any step is having error, then it will track it using step 1, step 2, and step 3. And it will only, run the step 3. So that is called as resilient, that is called as fault tolerant. Immutable means once the RDD is created, it cannot be changed. And distributed data means data is distributed across node for the execution. Yes or no, guys? So am I clear, guys? What is a RDD? Now, if someone will tell you what is a RDD, can you tell it is resilient distributed data set, and resilient means it is fault tolerant. No, using the lineage mechanism, where lineage you will keep the track of the transformations which are used, and it is immutable. Once RDD is created, it cannot be changed. And distributed means it is distributed across multiple node, and from where the execution can happen. Yes or no, guys? Tell me, guys, yes or no?
That's become.
Yes, sir.
So now, guys, this is just some theoretical more things we will learn. There's something called as advantages of RDD. The first thing is in-memory processing. That means PySpark load the data from the disk and processes it to memory. The Python will always load the data from the CPU. Okay, that is called the disk, and will process it into the memory. So and because of that, caching and persistence in the memory which drastically speeds up the repeated caching. Cache and cookies are there. Since the caches are there, and persistence, this consistency of the data, persistence is there. Okay, in the memory, that cache and cookies of the data are there. So which will speed up the repeated computation. So because the Python will load the data from the disk and then process it in the memory. So what will happen? There will be cache and which will speed up the computation. So this is one of the advantage in memory processing, that Python always loads the data from the disk and then process it to the memory. It does not take the data from the input output. It always loads the data from the disk, and because of this loading from the disk, it will have some cache and cookies, and because of that, it speeds up the repeated computations. Next is, guys, distributed computing. So RDD are designed for parallel processing, across a cluster. I've told distributed computing. The multiple computers are there where the workload is divided. So Spark automatically splits the data across nodes and run the task in parallel. And handles us the load balancing. Whatever load you will do, it will just divide the load, and then it can schedule the task. So that is the advantage. That is the next one. That is it works on the distributed computing. Fault tolerance, guys, as I already told you, Spark can, recompute the lost data using lineage. Lineage is nothing but the chain of operation that created the RDD. So no need to full replication, like Hadoop, and it can, goes step by step, and it can only run the lost RDD. Immutability, that means, once created, it cannot be changed. And lazy evaluation, as in the Spark. Similarly, in this, RDD transformations are lazy. Computation happens only when an action is triggered, okay, making execution more efficient. So what will happen, guys? Suppose if you see this step 1 and 2 and 3. So action is, guys, collect. So these two are transactions. So transactions, what will happen? That computation will not happen for this transaction, and computation will only happen when an action is triggered. So these are, guys, transformation, map, filter, flat map, and distinct, which you will see. And these are, guys, the actions. Mainly the actions use mostly is guys, collect and count. So using this action, when this action will be triggered, then only the execution will happen. And this using this transformation, execution will not happen. That is called as, guys, lazy evaluation. So these are, the advantages of RDD. The first is, guys, in-memory, processing. So in-memory processing, what will happen is that PySpark will load the data from the disk and, process it into the memory. This is the first point, which is the most important. And because of that, there is some caching, and then which will speed the, repeated computation. Distributed computing, Spark automatically will split, data across node and run the task in parallel, and hence, load balancing and, task can be scheduled. And fault tolerant, I told you, using the lineage, that is nothing but the chain of operation that created the RDD. So no need, full replication, and we can go to that particular step and we can correct it. Immutability, that means, once we, create the RDD, they cannot be changed. And, when we apply a transformation on RDD, PySpark creates a new RDD and maintains the RDD lineage, and it cannot be changed, guys. Once an RDD is created, it cannot be, altered or changed. Lazy evolution, I have told you, transformations are lazy. Computation happens only when the action is triggered, and making execution more efficient, not on transaction, only actions, RDD are triggered. These are the transformation and these are the actions. And, guys, partitioning, when you create a RDD from the data, it default partitions the element, in RDD. By default, this partition is the number of, cores available or nodes available. So these are, guys, something called as, advantages of, RDD, guys. So these are some, theoretical questions. So which I told you, like in memory processing, they are distributed, computing, fault tolerance, immutability, lazy evolution, and this partitioning. So this is, guys, some of the advantages, and this is the definition of RDD: resilient distributed data set, which is fault tolerant, immutable, distributed across data. And are you clear with these advantages, guys? Tell me any doubt. Tell me, guys, yes, no. We will
So,
be.
sir, whichever code we are writing in PySpark, that is stored in disk, like
Yeah,
you mean
yeah.
that?
So it is taken from the disk. Okay. So
Okay.
PySpark loads the data from the disk and process it into the memory. Okay. That is why it's called as in-memory processing. So it will load the data from the disk. It will not load the data from the input. Something you are giving the input. It will not take the data from the input. It will go to the disk, and then there will be a cache and all. So it will fasten up the process. So always the Python PySpark will load the data from the disk and not from the input what is given. Tell me any doubt.
No, sir.
Tell me, guys, any confusion you have. We can just discuss, because again, by the code, no, you will be able to understand more, guys, in memory processing. But you tell me, guys, any doubt in all this point.
We'll be seeing this in practical also, right?
Yes, 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 yes. So that is what is. This is somewhat, theoretical things, so
Mm.
that now
Oh,
if someone tells you RDD, at least you can explain, what is RDD and what is resilient means, what is distributed means, and data set means, and what are the advantages. Yes or no, guys?
yeah.
So let us just
Hmm.
move into the code part so that we can you understand. But before that, there is one more thing. Before I move to the code part, let me just tell you there's something called as spark.spark context. So Spark session is the entry point for DataFrame and SQL API in Spark. Do you guys agree with me? I told you Spark session is the entry
Yes.
point to use the DataFrame and SQL APIs. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, Vikram.
Similarly, guys, for RDD, it is Spark context. Okay, is the core engine that connects to the cluster and creates the RDD and handles the job, task, and resources. So for RDD, it will not be the Spark context, which is the entry point. The entry point is what, guys? Spark context. Entry point will not be Spark session. For RDD. It will be what? Spark context, which is the core engine, and that will connect to the cluster and create the RDD and handle the job, task, and resources. Yes or no, guys? So, why do we use, sc so spark.spark context? Even though Spark session is the modern and unified entry point, and it was introduced from Spark 2 plus, it internally contains, a Spark context. So when you want a lower level, API like RDD, you access through the, context, that means spark.spark context, and this will give access to the methods like sc.parallelize and sc.textFile. So guys, this is something lower level APIs and high level APIs. So data frame is something which is a high level API. A low level API and high level API means guys, if you go something I told you what some Python is a high level language. That means it is similar to what, English? Yes or no, guys? If it is similar to English, what will
Yes.
happen? It is
Yeah.
a high level language. Yes or no, guys? High
Yes.
level language. Low level language means what? If it is in the
Code.
form of, 0, 1 and all. This is called low level. That means low level, more if you write the codes, okay? More in detail codes, okay? More codes in detail, that will become what? Low level, okay? And high level means what, guys? Less, in detail code. Less, in detail code. So that will become high level. So, guys, so less, code in details, that will become what? High level. and more code in detail, that will becomes, low level. So low level, API is nothing but, guys, something called as RDD, and high level, API is nothing but your data frame. Am I clear, guys? Low level means there are so many codes, in detail codes will be written. For data frame, it is high level, so that much in detail code will not be written. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Okay.
So what will happen here is the RDD is a low level API. So I've written what Spark context, core engine for RDI and low level API, and Spark session, high level entry point for data frame and SQL and all. And Spark context give access to the low level via RDDs. So this is what the low level and high level I told you. When you write, in-depth coding, that is becomes a low level. So Spark context is, a low level core engine for RDD for low level, API. Spark session is a high level entry point for data frame and, data frame API, which is a high level. So guys, let us just, come to the coding part. So suppose we want to create a, RDD from a, Python collection, or suppose we want to, just create a RDD. Let us just learn, okay, how to create a, RDD and try to, uh, understand this, one by one, guys. So let me just, come to the, just give me 1 second, guys. Yes or no, guys? Are you able to see? So what is happening here, guys, we are trying to, create a, RDD. So I'm just executing this. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Let it get executed, guys. Yeah. Let us start the execution, from PySpark.sql import, Spark session. Okay. This line, for any Spark session, to work in, PySpark, this is the entry point. I have told many times. Yes or no, guys? First, we have to import from the PySpark.sql module. We have imported the Spark session. And then to start the Spark session, what we have to do, use Spark session dot builder dot app name, whatever app name we want to give, dot get or create method. This is what the entry point. Yes or no, guys? The Spark session, to start the Spark session, this is the entry point. Are you clear with line number 1 and 3? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one is good. Two is we are adding create RDD app name. Yeah. Two
Yeah,
are good.
this is just a name. You can just
Just
give
name. Yeah.
any name. You can just give RDD or something that, so that we
Yeah.
give a name, so that we can
Yeah.
understand
We,
what we're creating. Okay.
yeah.
So now come to, guys, line number 5. I told you for a creation of RDD, we'll go in-depth coding. This is in-depth coding in RDD. In data frame, it is a high level, API. So we don't need to, explicitly, call this, Spark.context from the Spark session. But for low level API, we have to explicitly use Spark context. Then else we cannot create the, something called as what, guys? Something called as RDD. So what is the next step we are taking? We are getting the Spark context from the Spark session. So what we are writing? Spark context. Yes or no, guys? Any doubt? Tell me.
No doubt with that.
So I told you it is a low level API. For low level API, we have to write everything, in detail. So what is the in detail? We have to get this Spark context from the Spark session. But if it was a data frame, we did not require this piece of code. But for creation of the RDD, we require the in-depth, coding. So we have, got the Spark context from the Spark session. Now create a RDD, from a Python list. So what we have did, we have a, list where we have a value data equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the, list values. And the method to create a, RDD, again, see, to create a data frame, we were just using, do you remember spark.create data frame? We are passing the data in the column. Do you remember that? But here we have to write the in-depth coding. We have to use a something called as what, guys? Parallelize. Can you see? Can you see that this word parallelize? That means parallelly you are working the data. So you have written parallelize, and then what will happen? You have taken it from the Spark context, and this Spark context is taken from Spark. So if you see, we are going to this Spark, and then we are going to this Spark context, and after all these things, we are using something called as parallelize. Yes or no, guys? Now what we are doing sc dot parallelize, and then we are taking this data, and then what will happen? This is the RDD which is created. Now what will happen? From the RDD, we want to, all these are lazy evaluation. To make it into action, we will use something called as collect, which will collect all the elements, of the RDD. And now what will happen? We wanted to print it, so we use print, and then we use the RDD dot collect, and we got the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me,
So
guys. Yeah, tell
it
me.
is looking like in Python, how like we are creating one list, not.
Yeah, the output is looking like, output is looking like a list, but we are not creating a list. Already a list is there. From that list, we are creating a RDD. Are you to understand? We are
Okay.
not creating a list. List is already there. Yes or no? This is what? This is a list. Line number 7 says that this is a list. Now, from this list, how to create a RDD? Are you able to understand? To create
Okay.
the RDD, we have to know the syntax. What is the syntax? Parallelize, and then we have to pass this data. What is that data? We are passing this list. Yes or no? And that too, we are dotting with what? Sc dot. And what is sc? Sc is spark dot spark context. Yes or no? And this, after doing all these things, and this spark was coming from this, spark session.builder.appname.get or create. And after doing this, then what happened? An RDD got created. Now you wanted to see the elements which are present in RDD. So you have written RDD.collect, and which you are printing. So this list is already there. You're not creating a list. You are trying to create what? A RDD. Now, how will you create a RDD? Tell me, how will you create a RDD? You can create a RDD by using the method called as parallelize. Yes or
Parallelize.
no? And then you have to
Yeah.
pass the data. Yes or no, guys? Tell me, guys.
Mainly when we use parallelize, like what is to display the data, or any other things. I mean,
No, no, no. Actually, what
the,
happens now? When
Mhm.
some of the projects, they want to, go into the depth and understand, step by step, and then in that time, we will go for the RDD. We will not go with the, data frame. So that is the thing. When we want to know what is the Spark context we are taking, and what is the, what is the in-depth coding, and if you have such kind of, requirement, that time we can, go for the RDDs, and we cannot go for the data frame. So that is what is the thing, guys. When you want the complete control on the transformation logics which are, used, and entire, the control on the transformation, the partitioning, all these things. When you want to know, that time you will go, in the, for a, for a great depth of, but the data should be small, very huge data, it will be difficult, to go for this kind of, things. But for, a small set of data, when you want to understand the fault tolerance, and you want to understand the lazy evaluation, and you want to understand the in-depth coding for small data sets, so it will be easy for, debugging, and the code understanding will be easy, because it is, low level of code. And that is why, because the parallelize will, you actually, split the data actually into the partitions. So that is why, guys, when you want to go and understand the in-depth transformation logic, and small set of data is there, and then you can go and debug that particular set of data. At that kind of cases, we go to the parallelize. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Tell me, any doubt? So now, guys, if someone will tell you to create a RDD, are you having the clarity? One way, there are other ways also. But can you now create a RDD from PySpark.sql? Can you import this Spark session? And from Spark session.builder.app name, you can give a app name, get or create. So this is what you are, starting a Spark session. Then can you, get the Spark context from the Spark session? And then what will happen? After getting the Spark context from the Spark session, you can create a RDD from a list. How can you create? Using the method called as parallelize. And parallelize means what? sc.parallelize. Sc is what? Spark context. And you can just pass the data, guys, and you can just collect it and print it. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Tell me yes or no. Can you now
Yes,
create
sir.
a RDD
So,
or not?
so here we are not using show. Here we are using print.
Print. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So now, guys, parallelize method is used to create a, an RDD from a Python collection list and distribute it across the, Spark, cluster. So these are the notes I have written. Now, suppose, this is one way, guys. Do you remember from an Excel sheet also we can create a, data frame and similarly how to create a RDD from a text file. Okay. So this is one of the way, guys. You can just, uh, take your file and you can just, create your RDD. So let me just,
So RDD we use print command. That is the
yes, yes. You have to use print command, you have to use collect, you have to use parallelize, you have to use
mm,
spark context. I don't understand these differences
yeah.
you have to follow. Yes or no, guys?
Okay.
So now, guys, so this is a, a CSV file. CSV file, comma, separated values. The data are separated by comma. That's all extension is .csv. Okay, I have just, copy pasted this particular file. I'm just, pasting this, path here so that I can, make you understand. Always, Mac, you don't have to write this, double, slash, but here you have to, just write, guys, and then, SC. Why it is giving error, guys? Tell me. Because
You
we have
need
not,
to,
imported all these things. Yes or no?
yes,
For RDD, what we have to import? We have to import the Spark session. We have to import the Spark, context. Do you guys remember? I have told you. Yes or no, guys?
yes,
And
sir.
then only we can, use this. Yes or no, guys? So we have to, get the Spark context from the Spark session, and we have to get, start the Spark session. And after that, we are using a method called as what, guys? Text file. Yes or no, guys? So we are
Yes, sir.
using a method called as text file to create our RDD. So what we are doing, sc.textFile, and we are given the path of that text file, and we are just printing that RDD. Take five, shows the first 5 lines, in this, five first 5 line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So till song Indian Idol, it will be coming. Yes or no, guys? So this is what is the creating a RDD from a method called as text file. Yes or no, guys? Tell me any doubt.
But here the first two lines we use normal like PySpark coding.
Yes. So always you have to initialize the
First
Spark
two.
session. Yes or no,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
This
The
actually,
start.
yeah, tell me. Yeah, first
Yeah,
two
the
lines
first
are
two
yes,
lines
yeah.
common. Yeah.
Yeah, this actually, reads, data, from the, from the disk. Yes or no, guys? So this is actually, low, reads the, when you go now to text file. So this will, read the data from the disk. Yes or no, guys?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So any guys, any doubt how to create a RDD from the, text file? Yes or no, guys? Using the method called as text file, and how to create using a, list. We have used the method called as parallelize. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir. So,
So now, guys, what is, take
so you,
five,
sir, you can put the full code here above just, yes, sir. Here, this is, yes, this one.
this lines are, common lines. That's why I don't put, every time, because this you have to, know
Yes,
this thing. See, this is a very, very, simple thing, because whenever you use, guys, you have to, import this Spark session and Spark context whenever, are doing.
yes,
So you should not actually paste it so that you do the mistake and you actually understand. Okay.
yes, yes.
So take 1 second. Yeah. Mm, yeah. So I was something, guys, telling, what is, just, paste the code. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, guys. So I'm not pasting, guys. My word is getting disturbed because of that. Okay. This
Okay,
is
sir.
just a few lines of code, guys. You can just add from here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
From PySpark. Can you not add this much? Is it very difficult? This is
No,
a
no,
basic thing,
no.
right?
Okay, sir.
Whenever you
Okay,
use, okay, I have added you.
no
But
issue.
after adding, my spectrum of this word is getting disturbed. I will see on
No
that.
issue,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
So
yes.
now I am not, just doing that. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
This is a small thing, guys. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you
Yes.
can just, you can just add this, from the PySpark module, import the Spark session, and then start the Spark session and get the Spark context from Spark session. Okay.
Understood, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
So I'm not doing that. Okay. Let us
Yes.
just go to the next part, guys. What is take 5 in PySpark? Okay. So take n method is used, on an RDD to retrieve the first, n elements from a distributed data into a driver program. Okay, so what will happen is that it'll take the first 5 elements. That's all. So this is a list. So what will happen is that we have created a data frame using sc.parallelize and data, and then we will take 3. That means what will happen, guys? First 3 element. What is the output? 10, 20, 30. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this, collect, will return all the element, and take n will return the nth element, whatever number of elements you want. Am I correct? Clear, guys, with the collect and take? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So now, guys, we will, try to create a RDD from a data frame. Yes or no, guys? So now let us just, guys, try to create a, RDD from a data frame. So, well, this 3 lines, I don't need to, explain you guys starting of a Spark session and getting the Spark context from the Spark session. So let us just create a data frame, guys. Create a data frame. How we create a data frame? Using the method called as create data frame. We pass this, the data, and we part this column. Do you guys remember? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now what will happen? A data frame is created. Now from data frame, we want to convert it into an RDD. So what we can write? Data frame dot RDD. Yes or no, guys? And we want to
Yes.
collect the elements and print it. So we have written RDD dot collect. Yes or no, guys? Tell me any doubt in this piece of code. What are the data frame rows, Mukesh?
Data frame, a column, and means
No. What are the rows in data frame?
ID and category.
No. What do
Here,
you
ID
think?
and category
A,
only. ID.
AB category. I mean, sorry, yeah,
Yes. So
yeah.
what will be the first row? 1A,
One
and
A,
next will be what? 2B.
2B, 2B.
Yes or no,
Mm,
guys? It is
yeah,
not ID and category. Do you guys understand? These are the
yeah.
rows. Yes or no, guys? This is row 1. And I
Okay.
told you whatever written in tuple is the row. Yes or no, guys? And finally, it is a list. This is your data. And when you give a comma after this list, these are the columns. Yes or no, guys? These are the
Yes.
columns of the data frame. You convert it into a RDD, okay, and when you see the output, guys, the output is, it will be shown in a different format. What is the format it will be shown? It will have something. It will entire thing will be in a list format. There will be something called as row, and then it will be in a tuple format. ID equals to 1. Are you able to see? Category equals to A. Then comma row. ID equals to 2, and category equals to B. Are you able to see, guys, how it is coming in a list format? Collect will give the output in a list format. Yes or no, guys? Are you able to see? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, guys? Everything is coming in a list format or not? Yes or no, guys? And for every, different row, it is giving a, it is coming with a method called as row. Yes or no, guys?
Okay. HE2.
Row, or this is the row 1, which is having ID equals to 1 and category equals to A. This is row 2, is having a row and this ID equals to 2 and category equals to B. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So here the thing is, column name is ID, category is columns.
That's what.
No. Column
Mm,
is, for the, data frame, the columns are ID and category, and the
yeah,
values
yeah.
are what?
Yes,
1A
yes.
and 2B. Yes or no?
Correct.
So
Yes, sir.
what is the column? ID is the column. What is the value for
Yes.
that ID? It is 1. Do you guys
One,
agree?
yes. Yes,
For
yes.
category, what is the, value? A. And
Yeah,
again, for
yeah.
ID, it is what? 2. For
2.
category, it is B. Yes or no?
Yes,
So for
yes,
row
yes,
1, if I tell what is the ID, it is 1 and category is
yes,
A. And for row
yeah,
2, ID is 2 and category is B. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or
yes,
no?
agree.
Yes,
So
sir.
now let us just, understand, guys, if you still have, step by step, I have written here, you can just understand the execution. This I don't want to explain, guys. Do you know how to start this Spark session? You already know. Yes or no, guys? And get this Spark context. So what is the get this Spark context, guys? Spark context. SC is the low level entry point that manages the connection to the Spark cluster. Yes or no, guys? I explained you Spark context is the low level entry point that yes or no, guys, that
Yes.
manages the connection to the Spark cluster and requires working with RDD. RDD are built using the Spark context. I've already explained to you guys line number step 2 also. Step 3 is creating of a data frame. So this is a data frame which will be created. Yes or no, guys? If you would have written df.show, you would have get this kind of data frame. Do you guys agree with me? Which would
Yes, sir.
have 2 rows and 2 columns. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now what will happen? Step 4. Let us focus from step 4. What will happen? This is converting the data frame to RDD using what, guys? Data frame.rdd. Yes or no, guys? Are you saying it is not a method? It is just a data frame.rdd. Do you guys agree with me?
Okay, okay, sir.
So what is happening? It is converting the structured data frame into low level RDD. Do you guys agree with me with this point? It is converting the structured data frame into low level RDD. Yes or no, guys?
Okay, sir. Yes.
Do you guys agree with me with this
Yes.
point? And the next point is each row becomes a row object. Yes or no, guys? Do you
Okay.
guys agree with me? This is a
Okay.
row. This is
Now
an
we
object. This is a row object. Yes or no, guys?
okay, sir. Now we understood. Yes.
And now what
So
will happen is, yeah, tell me.
whatever we are using this one RDD, like we can use normally like with the spy park code also, right?
Yeah, you can use normal data frame also to get the output, but something I told for a small set of data and you want to analyze the, transformations and all for those kind of situations, we will go for the RDD. Okay.
Okay.
So now, did you understood, guys, how we converted the data frame into low-level RDD and how row become the row object? So this is a row, and this is a ID equals to one,
Yeah, yeah.
category equals to A. This is row, another row, and then what will happen is that collect and print the RDD. So RDD dot collect gathers all the element from distributed RDD to the driver program and print outputs the list of the rows objects you want in the console. So collect will collect the elements, guys, in the form of list, and print will print it. Am I clear, guys, with step 4 and step 5? Tell me yes or no, guys. Yes. So now,
Clear.
guys, I have told you guys, Python list how to create a RDD. What is the method? Parallelize. Yes or no, guys? And we can pass the list. And using a, file, SDFS file or local file, what is the method? sc.textFile, and you can pass the path of the file. And using a Spark dataframe.rdd. All these 3 methods are used to create the RDD. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Guys, tell me yes or no. Now you can create a RDD from a Python list or a file or a data frame. Tell me, guys, yes or no.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And how to create from a Python list? What is the method?
sc.parallelize.
Parallelize.
sc.parallelize, and you can pass that list. And how to create from a text file or SDFS file? sc.textFile and the path of that particular file. And how to create it from a data frame? Dataframe.rdd. Are you guys clear with all these 3 methods? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yeah,
Parallelize,
yeah.
text file, and
So
data.
only we have 3 methods.
Yes, yes. Only mostly we are using only 3 methods. Yes or no?
Context also there, right?
Huh?
Context.
That is in the
Context. Context is not there.
Yeah.
No, we are using text files to create the
Okay.
uh RDD. Okay. So mostly
Okay.
you see there can be lot of methods, but I can just tell you what are the
Okay.
important method to create RDD. Okay. So 3 methods are mainly which are mainly used you to create RDD if it is a list of value, or if it is a text value, or if it is converting a data frame into a RDD. So these 3 are mainly I have seen in my experience how we can create a RDD. Okay, so there is 3 methods which are basically used to create a RDD. Are you clear with these 3 methods? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So now, guys, some transformations in, PySpark, we will learn using, using this RDD. So let us just focus on that. Okay. So we are going very slowly, but that's okay. So let us just see, guys. So let us just see, guys. This is a Spark session. We have started this Spark session. We have got the Spark context from Spark session, and this is we have created RDD from a list, and then we are mapping. Map comes with guys. If you just you can just keep here mouse, and you can just see the method and then it will tell what rdd.map lambda x and then x.collect. So this is the map function, guys. Let us just try to learn map function. We have written, here we have written lambda. I have taught you lambda when whoever has studied Python from me. This is a argument whose name is what? X. Yes or no, guide? X. Here we pass the argument before the colon, and after the colon we pass the expression. What is the expression? X square. Yes or no, guys? So it will it will map each and every element whichever present in this list. So what will happen is that this expression is what, guys? X square. So it will pass first one, and then what will happen, guys, is that one square will be one into two, not a square, it is multiplication. So one into two will be two, and then two into two will be four, and three into two will be six, and that this method will return is nothing but the 246 that will pass into this that we are taking into this RDD2, and we are printing that, and we are using this collect method. The output is 246. Any doubt, guys? Tell me.
No, sir. That we understood.
So map means what? It will map each and every element present in the list to whatever the expression is given. So it was a multiplication of the numbers, whatever values, 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, and it has been passed into RDD2, which we are printing in the list format. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is nothing but a map, guys. Now let us just try to understand there's something called as uh, flat map. So this will flatten the result. Okay. Let us just try to understand, guys, what is flatten the result. Mukesh, what is split? Do you know
Yes, sir.
what is split?
Split can dot split. Yes, it will convert the in the list string into list.
Yes or no, guys? Split
Yes,
split will convert the string into list. Yes or no, guys?
yes,
When
sir.
I taught you Python, and join will what join will do, Mukesh?
Join will join होता है just it will convert list into string, I think.
It will convert list into string. Yes or no,
Yes,
guys?
yes, sir.
So now what is happening is that, guys, this is a flat map. Instead of flat, I am using what? Flat map, and we are putting lambda line dot split. And then what will happen is that this is splitted. Okay, what will happen is that this is splitted into a particular list. Hello world, and how are you? Okay, this is splitted into a list. And now what will happen is that flat map will again further divide this list into further small divisions. Hello world, how are you? So to understand this, guys, let us just take an example of layer map also, so that you can you can just understand the difference. So let me just take it as flat. Instead of flat map, let us just take guys map. Okay, and now we can just take it as RDD 4, and we want to just print this RDD 4. So let us just try to understand. Okay. Sorry, this is RDD 4, no? Just 1 second.
Sir, I think this one 34. Okay. 32. It is still executing.
Your software got installed, no, Naren? At the same time?
Naren and me, I
Yeah.
will take help of Chadakya tomorrow. I will
Okay.
connect with him. Everything is done, sir. Only the Spark shell I'm getting issue.
But about Chanakya, your software got installed, right?
He successfully installed.
Yes, Vikram. I'm able to run
My,
it.
yeah, mine everything done. Like I saw one issue that is will yeah we'll see.
Okay. Let us just focus here, guys, before
That's small.
we can talk later. Okay. So let us just come here. Map. So let us first focus on map, lambda, line, and line dot split. What will happen is split, guys. So what will happen? This is, splitting into two lists. Okay, this is a particular, list. Okay, and now and then it is what a method called as parallelize. So what will happen is that let us copy a map, lambda line dot split, guys. So for every element. So suppose this is an element, hello world. Yes or no, guys? This particular string is converted into a list. So this is hello world string. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? Now
Correct.
this is again a string. Yes or no, guys? Now this string is again converted into what? Converted into a a particular list. Yes or no, guys? And this list is separated by comma. And this is overall a list. Yes or no, guys? So split will convert this string into list. So let us just convert this string into list. This got converted into a list of element. So what will happen is that hello and then world. So this got separated by comma and this is in a list format. Okay, because this is overall a string and this overall a string. These are now divided into three words. How are you? And then this is again inside a list. So this overall is inside a list. Yes or no, guys? This is using this map if you use map. But if you use flat map, what will happen is that it will again further divide this particular list and this particular list into a flat format. What is a flat format? This bracket for this particular list and this bracket for this particular list will be flattened and we'll get single word, hello world, how are you? Yes or no, guys? Are you able to understand the difference between map and flat map using split method? Tell me, guys, yes or no? See the output. Yes or no, guys? Tell me yes or no.
Yeah.
So then nothing, guys. The map will, will have, again, two sets of, list where it is divided into, words, but it will, not have that two sets of list. It will convert into one set of list. Yes or no, guys? Flat map. That is called flattening. Yes or no? So this is one of the method called as, flat map. So let us just, if I want to, understand this, so what will happen is that sc.parallelize, what will happen? We are creating a RDD with two string, one per line. Okay. So these are, guys, the two string. What are those, strings? How, hello world, and how are you? And if we apply, guys, flat map, what will happen? For each string, line dot split splits the sentences into a list of word. So what will happen is that a line dot split is splitting these sentences into a list of word. Here's what happens. So this is splitted into a list of words. Hello is a word, world is a word, and this is inside a list. This was a string, and it got splitted into words, hello and world, which is separated by comma. Again, how are you? This is a sentence. It got splitted into word, and these are in list. So if we use, if you would have used map, the result would have been, guys, the same. Hello world, comma, how are you? Which we have already seen. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So this is the output. If we use, guys, the map, yes or no, guys? This is a nested list. Yes or no, guys? But flat maps flattens the nested list into one flat sequence. So that is the difference, guys. So flat map will flatten the nested list into one flat sequence. Yes or no, guys, which we have seen. So this nested list, what happened? It got, flattened into a sequence. Hello, world, how are you? Yes or no, guys? Any doubt here now? So what is this flat map did? It flattened the nested list into a flat sequence. So the nested list, what will happen is that it got converted into one particular list. Yes or no, guys? There were not two lists, because list inside a list is called as nested list. So nested lists are all removed and there's only one list. That is called flattening. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now collect means what? Brings the RDD, contents into a driver. Okay, means that means it gives the output in the list format. First it brings into a driver and which we have printed. Yes or no, guys? So this is a guys map which will have the nested lists, and first it will convert the string into list, but it will have the nested lists. Flat map, what will happen? It will have one particular list and it will not have nested lists. So map is generally used, guys, when there's one-to-one mapping, guys. the transformation of each element into one output element, and returns an RDD of the same number of elements as the input. So the number of inputs what we are passing here, the same number of outputs we will get. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So what will be the output here? What do you think from this particular piece of code? What is happening here? Tell me. X and the expression is X comma X into 2. So what is happening, guys? Tell me.
X1 and X plus X into 2 means 2. 1,
Yes.
1 comma 2,
Yes.
2 comma 4, 3
Yes.
comma 6.
3 comma 6.
Out.
Yes or no, guys? This is very, very simple. First, you passed here x1. Then what you did? 1 into 2. This is 2. Yes or no, guys? Then you passed x as what? 2. And then 2 into 2 is 4. Then you passed what? X as 3. And 3 into 2 is 6. Yes or no, guys? This is the method of map. Flat map, what will happen? This map works on principle of one-to-one mapping. Yes or no, guys? But flat map is it works in one-to-many mapping. It flattens. Okay, what will happen? Transforms what each element into 0 or more output elements like a list. Okay, and then flattens the result. So what will happen is that if there's a nested list and all, it will convert into one list. So this is called one to many, because there was many outputs and of one input. That is called as one to many mapping. Then it flattens, guys. So transforms each input elements into 0 or more output elements like list. Okay, and flattens the result, guys. Output returns a flattened RDD. So suppose the input element can result in multiple or no output. So the input whatever we are giving, it can result in multiple or no or output as rows. So let us just try to see what the flat map will do. So if you see, guys, what is the can someone just try this piece of code? Can someone just try to think what is happening here? So this is a let me just I have enlarged the size. So
Okay,
tell me what is this piece of code?
hello world. Hi, ठीक है.
First, tell me what is this piece of code, Chanakya or Naren, anyone or Mukesh? Can you tell me what is this piece
These
of
are
code?
two
We are
separate,
creating
two
a
stream.
RDD.
We are creating a RDD. Yes or no, guys? Just tell what is required, okay? We are creating a RDD, sc.parallelize, and we are passing a list. We are creating a RDD. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is over. Now come to this particular layer, piece of code. What is happening? What is flatMap doing?
Flat map
Here we
is
are
add
splitting.
Splitting. That means we are splitting this, sentences, into words. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes. So what will be there? What will be the output? There will be a list which will have what? Hello, comma world, and there will be a one more list which is what? Hi. There are two lists. Hello world, one list. Hello, comma world, one list, and hi, one list. So there are total three lists. One top list, and inside that there will be hello, comma world. That is one list, and hi, one list. Now what the flat map will do? It will convert the nested list into one particular list. Okay, then what will happen? Here each string is split into two words, and the result is flattened into a single list. So this nested list got flattened into a single list. Are you understanding what is flattening? Yes or no, guys? Nested lists got flattened into a single list. That is called as flattening. That is flat map. Did you guys understood what is the difference between flat map and map? Yes or no, guys? Tell me.
Split and then join.
Yes. No. It will just, you come here. Tell me. Is similar kind of example. What is happening in map? Tell me.
I mean, join we are not using. I am just telling. It has splitted into three lists, but again it gave in a single list.
You can just tell what it will remove all the nested lists. Okay. In simple word, you will tell what there will not be any nested lists. There will only one list. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah. Okay.
In simple word, what you can tell, there will not be any nested list. There will be one list. Yes or no, guys?
Okay.
That is called flattening. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
Now let us just try to see this. There's something called as filter function. Okay. Time is over. Can I take 5 minutes, guys?
Yes, I don't.
I don't know, guys. For your batch, the class, time goes like anything. Yes or no, guys? Have you seen?
Yes.
We
are going in deep. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
have just you studied only three things. How to create a RDD and how to use map and flat map. That is what we have learned. So,
Yeah.
but that's okay, guys. At least we, the main thing is let it be slow, but we should understand. Do you
Yeah,
guys agree
that
with
is the
me?
point.
Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we learn so many things and then there's nothing we have understood, that is also not good, right? Let us
No.
just
Yeah.
let us just have 5-10 minutes extra. Is it fine, guys?
No problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you think, guys? What is this expression? Anyone has any idea?
Divide by 2 means even or we are checking even or
Hmm?
odd. The
X is one.
Even.
1/2.
Yes.
1.
X modulus 2 equal to 0 means what?
2 is 0.
The remainder should be, 0. And for whom the remainder will be 0, guys? Can you tell me?
Even number.
2 and 4.
Even number 2 and
Yeah.
4, guys. Do you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
agree with
yeah.
me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And this one is this is not the example, guys. This we have already studied. Yes or no, guys? We are just
Yes.
focus on here. What is happening? So what is this piece of code, guys? This is we are creating a RDD. Do you guys agree with me with this piece of list? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now this is what we are putting a filter, guys. What is the filter condition we are putting? We have put map, we have put flat map. Now we are putting a filter. How to put filter, guys? We are putting a method called as filter, lambda x, and then the expression. And this expression tells for wherever the modulus is equals to 0, print that. So we are printing that and we are collecting that in the form of list. Do you guys agree with me? The output will be
Yeah.
2, 4. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Are you all clear with this filter? Is easy only? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Clear.
Yes.
So let us just move to the a fresh topic called as reduce by key. Okay, let us just reduce by key and short. At least we can collect. Okay, at least we can finish these two things. Then we can start the next thing. Okay, let us just complete this reduce by and sort. Okay.
Mhm.
So now tell me, guys. Reduce by key. It will count. The key and sum it. So for A, what is the value, guys? Tell me.
1.
1, and for A, for what is the value? One more value?
3.
3.
3. So if you add the A's value, what are the values? So can I
4.
tell A value is 4? Yes or no?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
B value is 2. Are you able to understand? That means is it, for the particular keys, it is adding their values? Yes or no, guys? Can I tell that is the reduce by key?
Okay,
Yes.
we are keeping only one key.
Yes, one key and their
Adding the
respective,
values.
yeah, we are adding their values. Yes or no? That is why its name is what?
Aggregating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
arithmetic adding. You tell me.
Yeah. Aggregating by, summing
Yeah,
the
you are
column.
summing, you are adding, you can tell, aggregating, anything you can tell,
Mm.
but overall you are reducing the keys.
Key.
Yeah, are you able to see?
Yes.
So similar keys where there A1 was a key and then A3 was a key. So we have reduced that 2 times, A1 and A3, and it has, summed up. And what is the final output we are getting? We are getting for A is 4 and B we are getting 2. Do you guys agree with me? Reduce
Yes.
by key. If you if you learn here, we have written what? Used on key value pair RDDs, key value tuples. It aggregates values by key using a function. Do you guys agree with me with this point? That it will aggregate the values by key, so that it has aggregated the value for A, that is 1, and this here the AD value is 3, so it has aggregated 3 plus 1 is 4. Do you guys agree with me? It aggregates the value by key. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
So now, guys, this is try to try to see this step 2 explanation. Okay, so now what will happen? Reduce by key groups the value by key and applies the function to combine them. So the function here is this is the function, and then what will happen is that A value is if I group the element by key, so A value is 1 comma 3 and B value is 2. Do you guys agree with me with this point number 1? Yes or no, guys? If I it is telling what it group the value by key and apply the aggregate or function to combine them. Okay, so if I group the key, so A is a group which is having a value 1 3, B is a group which is having a value 2, and applies the reduce function. So now what is the reduce function we are giving? Tell me. 1 plus 3, that is nothing but the 4, and B is 2 because there is no function only, so the overall output is A 4 and B 2. So what is, guys, reduce by key? Groups the value by key, so it has grouped the values, okay, by the key. So these are the values, it grouped it based on the key, and these are the value, it grouped it based on the key, and then apply the function. And what is the function? It was 1 plus 3 and 2 is not having a value. Did you understood, guys? Apply by reduce. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The collect is used to collect the result. So I don't want to again so this is overall guys, value which are grouped. Okay, these are the key and these are the reduced result. Yes or no, guys? Yes
Yes,
or no,
sir.
guys? So
Yeah.
so what happened? You want to aggregate or combine values by key like sum, max, min, etc. It's more efficient than group by keys because it reduces the data during shuffle and not after. So that is what is that you want to guys group the values based on the key, and then you want to get the output using some max, mean, average, or we can use that kind of method. But we instead of that we can use guys we can use this particular method called as what, guys? Reduce by key. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So now there's something called as sorting. This is the last, guys, sort by key. So what do you think sort by key means what? What do you think from the name? What do you think what will be sort by key?
Order.
It will be sorting by key. So what will be the first key? It will be A, and then it will be B, then it will be C. Do you guys agree with me? Sort by key
Yeah.
means sorting by the keys.
Repeating.
And if we sort the first, key value will be A3 and B2 and then C1. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, sir, sort by key means A, B, C. It will go like A, B, C,
Yeah,
D,
order,
E, F,
Yes,
order.
you
till
have to
Z, right?
sort by based on the keys. Yes or no, guys? What is the
Keys.
sorting? This is the sorting, right? First sorted, key will be A, and
Okay.
then it will be B, then it will be C. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no?
So here, I mean column, I mean values like which
Key and
B.
value.
What is key here? Tell me. What is key here in this
A,
A? What is key here?
B,
D.
B. What is key here?
C.
So how the sorting will happen?
Based on
The
ABCD.
value will not be changed.
Value, you forget about value. Just focus
But
on
key-
sorting on the key. So what
Yeah.
are the keys? A, B, C. So is it sorted? So its
Yeah.
name is what? Sort by key. Is
Sort
its
by
name
key.
is its name is sort by value? No. What is the name?
Can we try that also, Vikram? Sort by value, will it work? Can we
The
try?
sort by value is not a method,
Okay.
Not the
in
method.
by RDD. So we cannot just go and uh,
Write our
we
own
cannot just
method.
do like that. Okay, whatever we want. Okay, so if you want, you can just I will tell you something called as UDF. Okay, user defined function, which is my next topic, where you can create your own methods and you can just do that. Okay,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
so let us learn what is there. Okay, let us not go and develop one more RDD. Okay, so what is there, first try to learn. So are you clear with map? What will happen map? You will transform the each element. Yes or no, guys? Do you agree? And flat map, like map, but flattens the output. Nested list will be moved into one list. Filter the element based on the condition. Reduce by key, reduce the value for each key. Yes or no, guys? And sort by key, sort the data by key. And do you guys agree to guys till this much? Tell me yes or no. Are you clear with this? What is the RDD, how to create a RDD, what are advantages of RDD, what are the transformations in RDD, what is map, what is flat map, and guys, what is a collect, and then what is the difference between map and flat map? What is reduced by key? What is sorting? Yes or no, guys? Sort by key. Are you clear, guys? So that tomorrow I can use collect and select in RDD, and this will take not much time, guys. So I will just finish this collect and select within 10 minutes, and then guys after this after this collect and select and all, then our main topic I want to just start is that user defined function, that how can we define our own functions. Are you able to understand? In we have learned something called as functions in Python also. So now we will learn a function in
PySpark.
PySpark, how we can create our own function and we can use it. And after UDF we will take joins, guys. Those two are important topic, guys. Tomorrow I'll take UDF and next after there we'll take joins. And after that, guys, there are simple topics. Yes or no, guys?